And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Shining Force 2. I'm your host, Nick Legato. And here we are, traversing the god-dang desert yet again. Or should I say struggling through traversing the desert. There we go. And at least Elric, for the moment, will be more effective. Like I said, May is stronger now, but that's going to change when Elric promotes. He gains massive attack in his growth. I remember too, because I'm sitting there going, I've played this game enough times that you rotate through a bunch of characters. You rotate through characters. You go through 2 different characters. I've tried pretty much every character in the game, and I've leveled them in a way that I can actually, and because I was bored, I wrote down their stats at these levels. I got them to level 20 promoted, those who were there, and then I got the other ones promoted to at least 40 and took their stats. I'm assuming they promoted at 20. So I'm assuming that if I get them to promoted level 20, that'll be 40 levels of them before they, where they should be after they promoted or before they promoted, whatever. And I tried to do some math, and then I had a friend of mine who ripped the game code apart. They actually all start at level 1. In the code, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he was BSing me just to BS me, but it sounded like he knew what he was talking about. And he did say they all had level 1, and he made an interesting point of saying the first characters you get are actually some of the best ones you can get. So I was like, oh, okay. If you say so. Is the best answer I can really give you guys who are listening. There's no real way to tell who's the better character. Depending on where you promote in the game and stuff will depend on how good your characters are. We will do that secret battle eventually, though. But I usually do it pretty late in the game. I don't do it at this point. This would be a good time to use that bolt level 2, but I am less likely to use it at this exact moment. I would like to refrain from using it at this exact moment. As you can see, Luke is still leveling a little bit, very slowly though. It's coming to pretty much a crawl. He did to the point where he did 7 HP to the of damage to the weakest enemy on the map, which was the Dark Madam. So again, unless you promoted earlier, I'm not a fan of if you're not a fan of waiting to promote, then I would say do it now if you want to keep characters like Luke around. If you refrain though and hold off and you deal with Luke through these troubling moments and get him to level about, I'd say level about, we're probably going to promote at level 30, probably not 40 because it's going to take us too long to probably get to level 40. To the point where I'm comfortable with it. So it's up, but again, the choice is yours. The power is yours. Whatever. You guys can do whatever you want. But there's a good chance I'll promote at 30. Straight up. Just gonna say that's when I'll probably do it. Depending on where I am after I visit Creed. A lot of my choice to promote will also depend on how my meeting with Creed goes. So, and you'll see what I mean when I get there. When I tell you this is the place where I level a lot, do most of my leveling. Some of you probably already know where I do most of my leveling, because you probably do it there too. We don't want to kill the skeleton, though he's murdering us. Let's put some more distance between the Dark Madam and Bowie here. Rather than kill Chester than kill Bowie. Okay, good. He probably would have been able to reach too, which the Dark Madam probably could have reached us if I didn't do that, so worked out. Alright, let's torch this bitch. It's gonna burn! Fire. Oh yeah. And we don't want to kill the skeleton though. We can't. We want that defense ring. So we've got to focus all of our strength at the Dark Madam, which sucks because the Dark Madam's further out than we really are. Let's go ahead and heal Bowie here with a strong heal, since he kind of needs it. Sweet, frickin' sweet. Nice. Alright, let's sit Jaha to work on the Dark Madam. I don't care who kills the Dark Madam, we just need to make sure we kill her. And with Rage, I don't know, not with Rage specifically, but we just need to make sure that we kill her. And this ought to do it, though Kizin doesn't need the experience. At least we get it out of the way now, right? And we receive the Protect Ring. Nice. Now anybody can pick off the skeleton here for all I care. And the battle is won. Sweet. And as you can see, we are done. Hurry, let's go into Creed's mansion. You don't say. I think Peter didn't believe him. I don't. It's all a lie. The cake is a lie. Let's go ahead and deposit some more items here that we just picked up. Deposit. Where are they? There it is. The broadsword, because nobody can really equip it. Let's move some gear around too. So let's move some gear around here too. Let's move the Shining Ball to Sarah, so Sarah can use it on an enemy, surprisingly, is really why I give it to her. Oops, no. Pass the fairy powder to Slade for the moment. One other thing. Kizin needs the Protect Ring the most. I mean, Sarah's defense is 26, actually. Well, who's more important to us, life-wise, Kizin or Sarah? Let's leave it on Kizin for now, just because he's going to be more likely to be on the front line than Sarah. Sarah's going to be far back healing most of the time. So, that's my standpoint on it. You can wander over here and pick up this chest here if you want right now. It's a Healing Rain. Great item. Heals all characters in the party. No questions asked. I usually give this item to, actually, Sarah. We can give the healing drop to someone else. Go ahead and give it to one of our frontline fighters here. We'll give it to Jaha. There we go. So you can pick up a Healing Rain if you want. You can't go back that way, so don't bother. And welcome to Creed's mansion. Yeah, whew, that guy was ugly. Not just ugly, but oogly. He was oogly boogly. Oogly de boogly. Tum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, time to check the collections. La 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 la. Servant Goliath unlocks the door. Scared the crap out of him for some reason. Must be Peter's piercing voice. We can't see Mr. Creed now. Oh yeah, he's a genius. Let's force our way into the room, shall we? Ha ha ha. Oh god, and so obviously being the jackasses like we are, we're gonna force our way in through the other door. I don't know why you didn't stop us though. And it appears that that door was booby-trapped. It's not protected by Mr. Creed. God dang it. Well, as you can see, we are now really, really small. You can see that book to the right of us. How small? How small are we? Now we're on a desk and it's very large, like a village. Exactly. Told you not to go in there, and you didn't listen to my warning. This is why you don't, you know, trespass on people's property. Unless you've examined the property very well and you know exactly what these things do. Okay, so obviously there's some caricatures around here with portraits, which usually imply that we're going to be getting a new character. There's actually 4 of them. 2 of them are the only ones we can see now. I hate it here. Jackass. Alright. This is a good place to save, so we'll do that now. I don't think anybody died in the last battle, but it doesn't hurt to check. Okay. Yeah, everybody looks to be in tip-top shape. Alright, let's go head up here, and obviously Talking Around Town will tell you to go to King Pompey. There's a tunnel that leads to Crete. Okay, I'll let you go if you win a game against my army. You may go to the chessboard now. Okay, so here's this battle that everybody's been like, what battle do you grind on? What battle do you grind on? This is the battle here. It's called the infamous chess top battle. Where if you promoted your characters early and you're choosing to fight this battle, this is a hard battle. This level 20 promoted character. I've never really seen people do well in this battle unless they've been grinding their promoted characters, which is easy to do. But you have characters, every enemy except for the rooks, who are the ranged ones, hitting at 51 in attack, 53 in the pawns, the queen 46, but she's got ice level 2. The evil bishops are pretty much like the bishops we saw before. I think they're slower, I think. The king has blaze level 2, but he hits really hard. These enemies give good experience, though. So here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to level up my characters. I want to show you this battle after I've done some good leveling. So we'll see you when I get there. Alright, so, as you can see, we've gotten everybody to the realm of level 24 to 25, which is a good place to be. Except for Luke. Luke's at 23, but he's not going to be around for much longer, so I don't really care. He's gotten kind of his use. We've kind of gotten our use out of him. So, anyway, the goal for this battle is 25, but this is one of those battles which is kind of tough. Even at this level, you'll see, we'll be struggling to survive this battle. But, for the most part, this is a tough battle, and we're also not going to be aiming to kill every enemy. We're probably going to go straight for the big bad boss, who in chess, if you know, is the king. If you've never played chess, shame on you. You are inferior. Alright, let's continue. So, here's the deal. This is one of the few battles where I think your movement is affected by terrain, even though there's 30 and 15% land terrain. Best thing to do, obviously, is to get your characters on that 30% land terrain. Now, I'm not one to go up the middle. A lot of people that I know go up the middle of this battle. But the problem is you get attacked from both sides of the weaker enemies, like the rooks and the pawns and the knights. You have to remember, this is one of those battles where they hit hard. I mean, they hit harder than anything we've ever gone up against, and they do it with a vengeance. And remember what I was saying is I'm probably promoting at level 30. So, alright, that's at least when I plan on promoting. So at least we know we're almost there. But, you know, if we allow ourselves to get a little... The thing is, we could wait till 40, but 40 is a long way away. And enemies will stop giving experience after a certain point. We're going to get about 25 per kill in this battle. And then the next battle will be up in the 30s to 40s. So this is kind of where I draw the line in where I want to level. There's one other piece of promotional gear we haven't found yet. And so, in my opinion, this is the place where we, that's also a good place to get it. Just to choose to promote once we've gotten that last piece of equipment. Which will be about when we hit level 30. Or right around that time, anyway. Oh, and actually, that's also at the time when we start picking up promoted characters. Let's see. The Rook has the large arrow range on it. He can reach up to 2 squares away. Over 2 squares away. 3 squares away. So we want to make sure that we're not in its range. And if we are, that we are very careful to at least pull its attention to us. So you see I'm slowly moving Gernholt and my other warrior characters up a bit. We don't want to group up too much because they've got like at least 5 mages in this battle. The queens are pretty much witches, and the king is more like a boss who has fire. I think he has fire level 2 or level 3. So we want to be weary of that. We don't want to go head first into some of these areas coming up. But if we're going to grid ourselves, we may as well use the grids on the 30 percentile. That'll keep the enemies from being on it too, if we think about it. And here comes the Rook. Doesn't seem like a lot, but actually when it gets combined with the pawn's melee attack, it's devastating. Here's a good example. There's some devastation for you. Nothing we can't cure, but still, it's a lot. They hit hard, especially when they're critical. Finally got Haven's Rod back on. I don't know if I did it. I don't remember if I did it earlier or not. Because you were to whittle this guy down here. So he's still at 24, so we're gonna put him in there. Get the kill. It also puts some distance between enemies and May here. Gernholt's up. Let's have him play with the Rook. He's up there on his own, which is pretty risky. So we don't want to leave him there too long. We want to make sure at least our knights are up there helping out. Because of their amount of health, they can draw some of the fire. That's probably not a good idea. Because now they can get spells cast on them frequently. But at least they're dead. Okay, that Rook is gone. Sarah can heal May. Go. And here comes a knight, who also has a ranged attack. I think they're using the power spear. Well, Chester's definitely dead, unless he gets a turn soon. I don't want to put May there, because May is guaranteed to be murdered if I do that. Here comes the pain. Actually, if the king could barely reach, I don't think it might be premature to assume it, but I don't think if the king could barely reach it. Well, wait a minute. Ice 2 has that longer range, though, so never mind. That bishop can reach, though. Oh man, really? Oh, Chester's dead. Forgot about them and their damn blast attack. But look at that little cluster there. We can keep it. Where the king is. Like I said, we're going to go right after that king and the bishops. We want to make sure we do go after those bishops for sure, though. Because they've got that annoying cure level 3, so... But that right there is what I call a genuine nice fire cluster. And it's time to kill. We're going to go after the bishops first, because they have the ability, like I said earlier, to heal. And killing them is our top priority, as well as leveling Slade. Yay! Here come the queenies are surprised. The queenies are surprisingly not coming after us yet. I'm surprised they're not. That right there is a good cluster. Send Luke to sideswipe here. Because he does almost no damage to any of these guys. He does maybe 6 to 8 damage, which is pretty weak. Well, like I said, we gotta take out these bishops, so there's one bishop who never got to heal, which to me is better than... Let's see... I don't want Bowie to get in a position where he's gonna get murdered. But, see, he'll get murdered if we put him here, so we're gonna have to keep him back. At least until some of those enemies are defeated, because, yeah, they're going to gang up on him. This is risky for Elric, but we want to kill these bishops. I am very persistent about killing these bishops off. They will annoy the living hell out of you if you do not do it. Kale will wash that, wipe that right off. Bernhold's hurting, so is Rick. At least I went after Elric, because, yeah. Elric wore that pretty well for an archer, though. Alright, Peter is going to finish off this bishop, and then we can focus on the problem at hand. The king. It's nice, they never got to heal a single time. Talk about bad tactics. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up Gernhold here. Since I think Gernhold will be hitting harder, actually hits harder on average than Chris. Or, I'm sorry, not Chris, then Rick. So, we even got a level 26er out of it. Yes. Now, there is a good chance that Sarah may level higher than everyone else, which is fine. Like, when my warrior characters hit 30, that's when I'll promote Sarah, even if she's, like, level 40. Or until she reaches level 40. So, it'll be either way, that's how I'm going to do it. And usually it's because priests can, on average, level faster than other characters if you're grinding. So that's kind of how she got ahead. And now that she's using a heal level 3, she's even getting around 20 experience per heal. And really, at this point, she'll just be getting more and more MP. So, as you can see, here comes the brigade to save their king. And that their king made the error of embedding himself, where all my characters will now surround the king in an attempt to kill him, unlike Luke, except for Luke. So let's get started with the murder. And the king will probably wipe this off pretty well. Well, actually, there's level, and same with Kazin, as you can see, he's level 26 as well. Ouch. Let's go ahead and have Slade, because Slade hits pretty hard, so let's put him here against the king. Nice. May as well. May as well use Bolt. That way he doesn't have to get close. And it's a guaranteed hit. And the battle is over. This is a battle that's great for leveling because you seem to get consistently high levels of experience for several levels. You can see we were still getting about 20 experience points per kill on the stronger enemies like the Rook and which is really not that strong. But like for example, the Knights, we still got pretty good experience from the Knights, so no reason not to do it. I'm gonna heal up here. Obviously this takes a moment because we did lose a lot of people, and I lost a lot of money because whenever you're grinding against strong enemies like this chessboard battle, your chances are you're gonna be in for the long haul here. In other words, these enemies are gonna be kicking your butt, and you gotta be as careful as you can. I like doing it here because it's not a no-brainer. You actually have to think about what you're doing before you do it, kind of battle. Which is why I definitely like the chest top battle, because it's still, even though it would be boring to grind a little bit, at least I can still think about strategy. I still have to be strategic with what I gotta do. It's not just throwing guys up there and chopping them down. Some people even cheat by using certain tricks from what I've read, but we do everything here by the book. There's no reason to cheat, really. This game isn't that difficult. You don't, and again, you don't have to grind at all. You can beat this game promoting at level 20. It's just, you know, you don't get to see a lot of the final spells or the final levels where this gear. You miss out on a lot of cool stuff. I'm walking over here for a reason. I want you to make a note of this. Can't lift it. We can't lift it either, but we want to remember that there is a ring on the floor in this room for obvious reasons. As we are now on the lower level here of the desktop kingdom. Here's a place where a priest will be. So if you need to know that, you'll actually, if you progress in the next battle, this is where you will end up. Because we're not quite full grown yet. We are actually looking for this little hole. Looks like a rat chewed through it, doesn't it? Alright, let's head down and around. And another battle should ensue. It was like a ditch. Uh-oh. Welcome, it's dinner time! We've got some new enemies here. We've got the Bubbling Ooze. Now, the Bubbling Ooze doesn't look too threatening because it actually has weaker attack. A weaker attack than, it's about as strong as the Evil Bishop's melee was from the last battle. But realistically, they also have a skill that they can shoot bubbles at you, kind of like how the Kraken could. Now, and that would really hurt you. That'll do like 40 to 50 damage, I think. I could be wrong. These rats, they just hit kind of hard. They're more like the pawns from the last battle, except they're a little faster. They hit just a hair harder, and their defense is not as good, so we lucked out there. Here's the boss, the Willard. The Willard hits probably the hardest of anything we've ever gone up against to date, but his defense is not that impressive. His agility is, so some things to consider when going through this battle here. Our goal is to get everybody else that hasn't gotten to 25 to 25 plus 26. For mages, possibly 27. And like I said, Luke we don't care about, so we can tuck him somewhere off in the corner while we work on our other characters here. Actually, who still is level 24? Jaha, which will change because he's very effective in this battle. And probably our two ranged characters. Yeah. So that's okay. So, but at least the ranged characters can be walled in this battle, unlike the other. There's no mages in this battle, so it's not like our archers can finally be effective in this battle. Archers in the last battle are not very effective, which is kind of why I don't like that. I don't like the chess battle a lot, but luckily we only have two archers, and Jaha has issues getting to the front line quickly, so I know that that's an effect. Just get her right on up there. The rats, too, also have lots of HP. The Bubbling Ooze is not so much, but they've got that dangerous special attack if they choose so to use it. Not if they choose so to use it, but it is dangerous regardless. Let's see. Let's get Slade starting on Bubbling Ooze, but you'll see a difference in damage output. Wow. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Just put Bowie on the have Rick work on this rat here. Let's see. Luke is more of an emergency attacker. He's going to do about 8 damage to any enemy on the map, which to me is pretty pathetic, but whatever. Elric's actually been doing really well. He's been having an easy time leveling on that last battle because he has that movement. Yeah, he's not affected by not affected by terrain issues like Mei is. Mei is affected by land terrain. And so she tends to, even though she has the highest movement, it's only in open fields does she really exploit that movement. So, you know, it's just one of those things about, you know, it's one of those things about Mei that I don't like. I like the fact that Rick, he hits a little harder. He will be hitting a little harder by the time we, you know, as we close in on endgame, he'll be hitting pretty hard. Whereas, Mei will hit pretty well too. She'll still hit pretty hard, but still not as hard as she could. Which is kind of a concern. But you'll see as we progress through the game we'll find out who stays and who goes. There's also an option that we can use on Elric. Now I don't ever use that option. I think it's kind of pointless. So I don't do it. But you'll find out what that is too. Jaha, come on, you could have killed that. Jaha, the bastard. One of the things we're probably going to do too is move the quick ring off of Bowie and give it to Jaha. Look at how long it took for Jaha to get a turn. There's that special attack. It didn't seem to work, or wasn't too effective on Peter there. Alright, so, well, crap, we can't get into Jaha, so let's give it to Mei, and Mei will pass it to Jaha then. We'll leave that bubbling ooze for Jaha to kill while we continue to move forward here. Or Mei, even, whichever. Now, the rats are going to come from the top and the bottom here to kind of sandwich us. The Willard actually will pretty much stay where he's at. He will come out as we start getting closer. But if we stay where we're at, we should be okay. Let's see, let's move Peter over here. Let's go ahead and let Mei actually finish this enemy off, even though I forgot to give Jaha a quick ring. But at least now they're even again, my two archers. There's Jaha. And here they come. Let's see. Now, going out there is probably suicide, so let's just hang back here for the moment. And let them come to us. See, Jaha would have been a good candidate to put out there, but he's not healed up fully. Which is what I would have preferred. Come on, you dirty rats. And we'll tuck Mei right underneath Jaha and give Jaha that quick ring, so at least he'll be a little faster than he has been. Let's go ahead and start working on some of these rats here. Rats are the more dangerous enemy. Wow, level 26. Nice. On the attack, too. Yeah. Alright, let it go for Luke. I could care less. Oh, that's why... Ouch. That's why we leveled even a little bit back there. Even at 23, which is probably where our highest characters were, 23 did little to nothing to the enemy. 23 damage, I mean level 23 still was very weak compared to the other enemies in the game. So, that's why we did it now. Let's go ahead and hit this guy here. Well, we can get Slade here. Pit rat against rat. Take that, rat. Alright. We'll have Rick finish off the rats since they're really the dangerous enemies here. They're the ones you really want to make sure you kill first. And you get the most experience from them too. So I like killing them right away. Let's have Girl go work on a bubbling ooze. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Go ahead, Luke. See if you can even kill it. Oh, yeah, look at that. He killed it right flat even. Now, at least he got some experience, like I care. Alright. Here's a good hit. Surprisingly, May is having trouble getting this ring to Jaha here. From this look of it. Doesn't need a level 3. Level 2 will be fine. Oops, actually that could have been a level 1. Oh well. Whatever. Okay, so let's keep moving here. This is pretty much it. So we're going to continue this battle on the next episode of Let's Play Shining Force 2. We're finally going to be back to full scale. Full size, one would say. So we'll see you there.